currently presiding over the 137th meeting of the National Economic Council held at the Council Chamber of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The fourth in the Tinubu administration, Thursday's gathering comes nearly 2 months after the council last convened on September 28 to consider priority areas for the next 3 years and a half, including economic stability, welfare and security. NEC, a statutory body mandated to advise the president on the nation's economic affairs, is chaired by the vice president, with the governors of the 36 states of the federation, the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, the minister of finance and other stakeholders as members. Present at this month's sitting, which is likely to be the last for 2023, are all the governors except those of Akwa Ibom, Kano, Lagos, Enugu, Osun, Borno, Nasarawa and Adamawa states, who were represented by their deputies. Worried by the recent rise in kidnappings in the nation's capital, Senate has called on the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to revisit the failed $500 million contract awarded in 2009 for installation of CCTV cameras in Abuja and its environs. The Senate also wants the executive to install CCTV cameras in statutory locations in the 36 states for still incidents of kidnapping and other criminal activities across the country. Sandra Akwa has the details.
These resolutions, among others, were taken at the plenary following debate on a motion presented on the floor by the senator representing Delta North, Ned Nwoko. In his led debate, Senator Nwoko expressed concern over the kidnapping incident in Galadimawa area of Abuja, where 19 people were forcefully taken from their homes, including his senior legislative aide, Barrister Chris Agidi. He further noted that out of the 19 individuals kidnapped, 12 are feared dead, while efforts to ascertain the well-being of the remaining 7 victims are ongoing.
Worried that the recent abduction of 19 individuals, yes, 19, including my senior legislative aide, Barrister Chris Agidi, in the Galadima neighborhood, Abuja, exemplifies the gravity of the situation. Despite swift engagement with law enforcement agencies, tragically, according to security forces, out of the 19 abducted, 12 lives have been lost, and 7 individuals are still being held captive in a forested area spanning approximately 100 kilometers.
Contributing to the debate, Senator Ayinaya Abaribe and Adamu Alero noted that the rate of insecurity situation in Abuja is alarming, as most people can no longer sleep in their homes for fear of being attacked.
So many citizens no longer sleep in their homes. They run into town and go back during the day. So there's something very, very serious going on in around the Federal Capital Territory. No matter what we say, this is the capital territory of Nigeria. If there's anywhere that's going to be seen as very secure, this ought to be the most secure place in Nigeria. Now that it seems that the same lackadaisical attitude to security is being taken to, all of us are at risk.
Now time for us to revisit that issue of 500 million naira worth of contract for the installation of CCTV camera in FCT. We have to make the contractor to account for that huge sums of money. The citizens are left without security. The money has gone down the drain and nobody is talking about it. I'm happy that Senator Monir has brought out this motion. We should support it, and in mandating the committee that will do the investigation, they must thoroughly investigate that contract award.
The Senate leadership therefore called on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to increase patrol around the FCT and other parts of the country to curb the worrisome trend. Sandra Akpa, reporting for Global TV News.
The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has paid a maiden visit to agencies under the ministries, canvassing reforms and adherence to due process in line with the renewed hope agenda of the Tinubu administration. Speaking at his first port of call, the mining The office MCO, the minister lauded efforts of the agency as the custodian of mineral titles, stressing the need to do more in addressing perceived inadequacies, emphasizing the perception of progress in the mining sector in contingent on the activity and inactivity of the MCOs. Kike Lomo Okeri has details.
In his welcome remark, the Director General of MCO, Engineer Obadiah Nkom, expressed delight in being the first agency to host the minister, restating the function of the agencies as the issuer of mining licenses. He revealed the MCO moved in 2002 to digitalize its operations through migration to an online platform called Electronic Mining Cadastral System. According to him, though the new platform led to the significant number of applications, he admitted some challenges such as delay in processing application as a result of backlog from the old system. Engineer Nkom assured that efforts are ongoing to fine-tune the process and make it more efficient in collaboration with World Bank-assisted mineral sector support for economic diversification. In his response, the Minister of Solid Mineral charged the agency to improve on its productivity, emphasizing that whatever infraction committed by MCO has a smearing effect on the ministry, as it is a major agency that interfaces with the public.
Most importantly, perception of the entire solid minerals ministry. That perception is contingent upon the activities or inactivities of the MCO. And I want to say categorically that whatever infractions committed by the MCO has a smearing effect on the entire solid minerals ministry.
At the Nigeria Geological Survey Agency, the Director General, Dr. Abdurazak Garba, while welcoming the minister, revealed that the agency has been pivotal to the generation of geoscience information for the development of the mining sector in line with its mandate. The minister in his remarks says the function of NGSA, aside from the mining sector, cuts across all sectors, including agriculture, manufacturing, industrial development, stressing that it is a foundation of development effort of the nation.
There's no reason why the NGSA cannot be self-sustaining, because what you generate is in demand. Everybody who wants to invest, whether in minerals, liquid or solid or Greek, or so many areas, you need information.
At the last port of call, the Council of Nigerian Mining Engineer and Geoscience, Alake, in his address to the registrar, Professor Zacchaeus Okwafunsho, and his management team likened the agency to Kwashi Academic Institute in view of role of accrediting and certifying mining professionals. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
The federal government has approached the Supreme Court to review its judgment. We sincerely apologize for the break in transmission. The federal government has approached the Supreme Court to review its judgment that the old 200, 500 and 1,000 naira should be legal tender until December 31st, 2023. The government wants the Apex Court to leave its March 3rd order that the old naira note should remain legal tender along with the new note till December 31st. The Apex Court had on March 3rd restrained the Central Bank of Nigeria for giving effect to the deadline on the use of old notes. The 7-member panel of the Apex Court faulted the policy of the CBN, saying the timing and implementations were defective. This is a sequel to a suit instituted by the Kaduna, Kogi and Zamfara state governments challenging the implementation of the policy. 13 other states later joined the suit as co-plaintiffs. According to reports, the Apex Court has fixed November 30th for hearing on the matter. The Senate on Wednesday asked the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) and its subsidiaries to submit relevant documents relating to the turnaround maintenance project of the Nigerian refineries. The Senate noted that from 2010 to date, over 12 trillion naira has been spent on TAM. The Senate also said it had records of over $592 million, 4.8 million euros and 3.4 million euros spent between 2010 to date on TAM, yet none of the refineries were working. The Senate ad hoc committee investigating the various turnaround maintenance projects on Nigerian refineries gave the directive during an interactive session with the NNPCL management and other executives of the oil sector. Some of the heads of the affected agencies invited could not attend and send representatives to the Senate investigative hearing. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has directed the Controller General Nigerian Correctional Service, Halluru Nababa, to investigate the allegation against personnel of the service. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, had accused some personnel of Correctional Service of conniving with inmates to finance the operations of terrorists. However, the minister, in a statement on Thursday by his special advisor on media and publicity, Aloy Babatunde, condemned the unpatriotic act by the personnel. He vowed that any personnel found capable would be brought to book. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has assured residents of the National Capital City that with their support, the FCT administration will achieve more in terms of performance in 2004. The minister, who disclosed this while on inspection tour of various project sites across the capital city, expressed optimism that when completed, the Millennium Tower project will change the landscape of Abuja as well as boost its tourism potentials. Kikelomo Okeri has details.
The minister says the FCTA has also submitted supplementary budget of 2023, which President Tinubu has approved to transmit to National Assembly to be allowed to spend 61 billion naira before 2024 in order to complete specific projects so that by May 29, new projects will commence. While expressing satisfaction with the level of ongoing work at the Southern Park Ring 1, which connects in the heart of the city, and B12, which stretch from Bolingo Junction to the city gate, he assured the various contractors handling the project that they will be paid before the end of the month.
And the FCT itself, they will serve court processes. Nobody will bring attention to the ministry, to the FCT. And then there will be judgment, and judgment. Now all those things will be things of the past. It will not work again. Those who are working in the legal departments will not be happy with us. But there's nothing we can do. When you take the right decision, some people will not be happy, some will be happy. What is important is overall interest. It's not for a few people.
Earlier, the minister set up a task force to critically examine the land swap initiative started by its predecessors. The land swap initiative, which was introduced since 2012, had suffered setback due to several factors. The minister noted that the task force, working under the issuance of certificates of occupancy, was being empowered to handle all the complaints about the land swap.
Assignment for the task force instead of creating more taxes. We believe that the same task force should be able to handle this issue of land swap. We've had a lot of complaints. I want to know details of the land swap. And then on the sale of federal government houses, so many complaints. There are some houses that are built and abandoned. What is the position? Let us get the two documentations of the house sold and then they show receipt of payment.
The task force that is headed by the Senior Special Assistant to the Minister on Land, Urban and Regional Planning, Michael Chinda, has the mandate to work and deliver results within 2 months. Kikelomo Okeri, Global Television News.
sequel to the last edition of the annual Population Lecture Series aimed at addressing issues affecting Nigerian population. The National Population Commission (NPC) has held its 11th edition of event in Abuja. Our correspondent Queen Agaba was at the event for Global Television and reports that the event also seeks to proffer solutions to issues affecting the nation's population.
It is Tuesday, November 21st, 2023, and this hall in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, is filled with policymakers, stakeholders, and participants gathered to attend the 11th installment of the National Population Commission's annual Population Series, with this year's theme, A Decade of Dialogue on Population and Development in Nigeria. This year's event highlights the numerous challenges associated with Nigeria's increasing population and the way forward to improve the quality and standard of living for citizens.
We needed to look at our rapid population growth. We needed to look at the high fertility rate, which at that time was 6 children per Nigerian women. We needed to look at our age structure, which I have already mentioned to you, that 70% of our young people were under the age of 30. So we needed to look at many other things, education, the girls who are giving birth when they are supposed to be children.
Describing the series as an invaluable drawing of demographic dynamite that shapes society, the chairman, National Population Commission, Nasir Issa Kwara, explains that this year's theme encapsulates a decade-long journey of knowledge sharing and effort in understanding and addressing the nation's demographic challenges.
Instrumental in fostering informed dialogue, sparking innovative ideas, and catalyzing actions that contribute to the well-being and progress of our dear nation.
Further speaking at the lecture was the Executive Director of Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria, PPFN, Dr. Okai Haruna Aku, highlighting the rising increase in Nigeria's population.
Nigerian population, which was 37.9 million in 1950, has rose today to 45.9 during independence, to almost over 200 million today. Now, the United Nations predicts that Nigerian population will reach over 390 million.
With the lecture delivered on a decade of dialogue on Nigeria's population and development, the keynote speaker, Professor Olarewaju Olaniyo, gave a charge on the importance of education for Nigeria's growing population, amongst other things.
The answer for all our national problems come to a single word, and that word is education. We have been treating the symptoms rather than the disease. It is absolutely necessary to bring Nigeria out of the woods.
For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
The Court of Appeal in Abuja has affirmed the election of Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, overturning the decision of the Nasarawa State Elections Petition Tribunal that had sacked him from office. The appellate court, in a unanimous decision delivered Thursday, set aside the October 2nd judgment of the tribunal that had declared David Umbogado, the candidate of the People Democratic Party (PDP), as the winner of the governorship election. The three-member panel held that the tribunal erred in law and in concluding that Governor Sule did not win the majority of the votes casted in the election. Following the previous edition of the meetings of management with registers of foreign core-producing institutions, the management of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) has held the third edition geared towards tackling the emerging challenges in the mobilization of foreign-trained Nigerian graduates for effective national service. Global TV's Queen Agaba was at the event and now tells us more.
With the team tackling emerging challenges in the mobilization of foreign-trained Nigerian graduates for effective national service, the management of the National Youth Service Corps held its third meeting of management with core-producing institutions in selected countries in Africa to review previous performances, including the implementation of resolutions, and also work out new templates for eradication of contemporary and emerging challenges. The meeting, which had in attendance participants of sister countries of Benin Republic, Togo, Niger, Cameroon, and Ghana by extension, highlighted the challenges involved in mobilizing foreign graduates for national service, with the DG NYSC Brigadier General YD Ahmed reiterating the determination of the NYSC to stem the tide of fraudulent mobilization of unqualified home-based and foreign-trained graduates, especially those purported to have graduated from unaccredited universities.
We are taking it gradually. Some of the processes and procedures we have taken so far, we have taken it within the country first. And we discover most of these foreign-trained graduates, when they come back, you give them simple test to write, they find it difficult to write. Some of them they find it difficult to comprehend 2-3 sentences. So you begin to question. So that is the more reason why we invite these co-producing institutions to partner with us, so that we follow it up to ensure that those that have not gone through these schools, we don't mobilize them. So by the time we're done with those within African countries, we look anywhere within the shore of within the globe that we can pursue it as well.
For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC has reportedly a notable decrease in crashes and resulting fatalities in Zamfara State for the year 2023 as compared to the previous year of 2022. The Zamfara State Sector Command of the FRSC, Iro Aladi, disclosed this at a news briefing he addressed in Gusau on Thursday. He said while 95 road crashes were recorded in 2022, a lower figure of 69 crashes was recorded in 2023. So far in 2023, 58 people have died in road crashes in the sector compared to 126 deaths recorded in 2022. The latter said the statistics showed that there was a 27.4% reduction in the number of road crashes and a 54% reduction in fatalities. You're watching Global TV News Circle, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTV and NG, and other handles now showing on your screen. When the Good News Express returns, ambulances on standby as India rescuers near 41 trapped workers. The news continues shortly with details of this and other stories right after this short break. Please don't go away. Back to Global Television, bringing you live broadcasts of the News Express from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. On the foreign scene, ambulances were on standby Thursday morning as Indian rescuers dug through the final meters of debris separating them from the 41 workers trapped in a collapsed road tunnel for nearly 2 weeks. Rescue teams have specifically fitted stretchers with wheels ready to pull out the exhausted men through 57 meters of steel pipe once it finally driven through the final section of the tons of earth, concrete and rubble blocking the freedom. Emergency vehicles and a field hospital stood ready, preparing to receive the men who have been trapped since a portion of the under construction tunnel in the Himalayan state of Uttarakhand caved in 12 days ago. After days of painful slow progress, engineers with a powerful drilling machine made a sudden rapid advance on Wednesday before teams had to walk through the night to cut through metal roads blocking the route. Drilling resumes on Thursday. That is on Global TV News Circle. We are on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTV_NG and other handles now showing on your screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Fauziya Lukman, thanking you so very much for watching.